In this video, we will learn about electric current. We are familiar with the terms water current and air current. Flow of water through a river or canal constitutes a water current. During winter season, flow of cold air from mountainous region to plain of North India constitutes an air current. Similarly, flow of electric charge through a conductor, for example, a metallic wire, constitutes an electric current. In circuits using metallic wires, flow of electrons constitutes the flow of charges. Thus, usually, flow of electrons constitutes an electric current. Definition of electric current. Mathematically, the electric current through a conductor is expressed by amount of charge flowing through a cross section of the conductor in unit time. Alternatively, an electric current is defined as the time rate of flow of electric charges. If Q charge flows through a cross section of conductor in time t, then electric current I is given by the formula current I is equal to charge flown, that is Q, divided by time, that is t. This implies I is equal to Q divided by t. What is the SI unit of electric current? The SI unit of electric current is called ampere. It is named after the French scientist André Marie Ampere. If charge flown Q is equal to 1 coulomb and time t is equal to 1 second, then the current flowing is called 1 ampere. 1 ampere current is equal to 1 coulomb charge divided by 1 second. So 1 ampere can be represented as 1 coulomb second inverse. Thus, 1 ampere electric current is constituted by a flow of 1 coulomb of charge per second through cross section of a conductor. Now let us learn about the direction of electric current. We have seen that in circuits containing metallic wires, a flow of electrons constitutes flow of electric charges. However, when the phenomenon of electricity was first observed, electrons were not yet discovered and scientists did not know about them. And at that time, electric current was considered to be the rate of flow of positive charges, and the direction of flow of positive charges was considered to be the direction of electric current. Such a current is called the conventional current. As electrons carry negative charges, the direction of conventional current I is taken to be the opposite of the flow of electrons. Thus, conventionally, the direction of flow of electric current is the direction of flow of positive charge or opposite to the direction of flow of negative charge, that is electrons. You can see that in this diagram, the flow of electrons is towards the left hand side, while the flow of the conventional current is towards the right hand side. However, it must be noted here clearly that electric current is a scalar quantity. Let us learn about mechanism of current flow through a metallic wire. A metallic conducting wire contains a large number of free electrons, which are also called conduction electrons, which can move in all possible directions at random. As a result, there is no net flow of electrons and hence no charge in a particular direction, and so no current flows through the conducting wire. However, when a cell is connected across the ends of the conductor, the electrons experience a force towards the positive terminal. As a result, the electrons flow systematically from the negative terminal side to positive terminal side, and a current is set up in the circuit. Of course, direction of flow of conventional current is taken to be opposite to the direction of flow of electrons in the conductor. This can be seen in the diagrams also. Let us find the magnitude of electric current in terms of number of electrons flown. The magnitude of charge on an electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. If n electrons flow uniformly through a cross section of a conductor in time t, then total charge flowing through a cross section of a conductor can be represented as the mathematical formula Q is equal to NE. So electric current I can be represented as Q by T or NE by T. Number of electrons flowing through a conductor in time t so as to maintain a flow of current I is given by the formula N is equal to IT divided by E. So if I is equal to 1 ampere and time t is equal to 1 second, then N is equal to 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19. That is the charge of an electron. And this comes out to be N is equal to 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18. Hence, we can say that the flow of 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons per second through any cross section of a conductor constitutes a current of 1 ampere. I hope this topic is clear to you. Thank you.